going?
I think so. Come back. We're live now. I hit go live.
What?
I hit live. Jeremy just walked away. Hey guys. Howdy, howdy.
Are they talking to you?
Yes, from London and Tennessee and Oregon and California and Kansas and Pennsylvania.
Sorry, I was predisposed. I'm just gonna. Oh, just settle in here real quick. You got enough space? Do you have enough room? How we doing, everyone? Welcome into the house, the main house. Why are you staring at me? You want to take the coat off?
No, you can wear it. It looks good.
No, I'll take the coat off. It's fine.
Oh my God. You guys, he wears that, like, he's just going to wear it all the time.
Don't judge me.
Grocery store. It's not even like, he was like, oh, I need this to plow the driveway. No, he's going to wear it all the time. Which is why I told him he couldn't have the coat in the first place. Because I know him. And you have a hair in your mouth. Don't put it on me. So ridiculous. So hello from the house. We're in the house now, which is crazy. We're still getting things set up. It's still really bare. It looks like we just moved in still, but we're getting there.
No, it's been great. We've been in here how long now?
You
want to say I just did a pop out. You want me to make it smaller?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're still kind of getting set up here a little bit.
Yeah, that's better.
I will make
Otherwise
it bigger. Anyway, yeah, we've been in here, what, a week or so?
Yeah.
And it's been great. Thank you to everybody for being here. This is our first live from within the house.
Yeah.
First time we're doing this big general open live with our Starlink internet. So we'll see how that holds up.
Oh, yeah. This is our first time on Starlink.
Yeah. So we're testing that out as well. Hopefully things look and sound okay and we don't get disrupted.
Yeah. Definitely let us know.
At all. So to begin with, now that we got the coat taken off and set aside.
Are you sad?
A little bit. Look at it over there staring at me.
Yeah, it's calling to you.
Do you want to talk about the toy drive, give an update on that, and also address the Safeway aspect of it as well?
Yeah. So you guys know we've been working on our toy drive. It has been open now for about 3 weeks, and we adopted 30 families with you guys. Most of the stuff for the families has come in. There's still a few items that are for teenagers that have not come in yet. I feel weird looking at the screen when the camera's up here.
You want me to shut it? I'll just use my phone.
What? No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
No. I just need to look at the camera and not the screen. So we've adopted 30 families. A lot of them have teenagers. So if you go to the Amazon wish list, you'll notice that there's some really odd items like Nike sweatshirts or bathrobes for men. And that is for a 15-year-old boy. And like the sweatshirts are for like 13-year-olds or 14-year-olds. But these kids are big, a lot of them are going to be like 6'1", 6'2". And so some people were confused.
It's almost as big as me.
Almost.
Just
almost.
Almost there.
So you and your child size fur coat. The only reason that fur coat was still there is because no actual man could fit it. So, yeah, so if you guys see some adult items on there, like microphones, which are really popular for gaming, or like gaming chairs, things that people would consider more adult, it's for the teenagers. And we want to make sure that we don't leave them out. We did get a lot of teenagers. I think they're serving 93 patients right now, currently, Acoin, that have pediatric cancer. And of those 93, half of them are teenagers. So we do want to make sure that we don't leave the teens out.
And so there was a lot of confusion regarding those specific items because they don't seem like they're geared toward kids. So yeah, great explanation. None of this stuff is for us because I kind of think that's what that one person was hinting at. We don't get some of this stuff.
Dang, and I want that Seahawks bathrobe.
And there was something else I was going to say. That stuff doesn't get purchased like the little kid stuff does.
It doesn't. The toys get purchased and the teen stuff tends to not. So my plan is I'm going to shut this toy drive down really, really soon on November 1st. And that allows everything to trickle in because we need everything to arrive before we actually package it up and go drop it all off. So any teen items that don't get purchased that were specific wishes, I'm thinking I may pull from the PayPal funds and make sure that all the
Make sure everybody's
families.
cared for.
Yeah, we have to. We cannot leave anyone out because we committed to the 13 families. So.
Okay, and then on the fundraiser portion of it, how's that going?
So yes, so we said we were going to raise $30,000. We were going to try to raise $30,000. Right now, we are at $21,000, which has already surpassed the last year's total by $1,000. So we just need to raise $9,000 more, and $9,000 more. I know
9,000 more.
That was not right. That was.
You say weird things when the camera's pointed at you.
Well, yeah. So I homeschool me kids. It is the goodest time of their lives. So anyway,
$9,000 additional dollars to reach our
$9,000.
goal. At which point, I as well as Kaimani will both be shaving our heads.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
And that will be on our next live, which will be in 2 or 3 weeks. We do the live right before we drop all the toys off, and then we will be boxing everything up, dropping it off, and then we will, of course, be taking you guys along with us. It's always a really nice video to make. It's always a really difficult video to make because you realize the reality of pediatric cancer. And so it kind of takes the fun aspect and reminds you why it is that we're doing this in the first place. So that is what we're doing.
And then the Safeway portion, did you cover that?
No, I haven't. Do you want to talk about it?
I'll let you do it. You're on a roll.
Okay. So, and then the last portion, if we raise $30,000, is we're actually going to be donating $5,000 on our end to buy groceries for people that are struggling for the holiday season, because it's right now, I mean, inflation and grocery prices are through the roof. So we thought it'd be really cool if we did something outside of pediatric cancer in addition to the toy drive, and go into our local community and go to Safeway and buy $5,000 worth of groceries for people, just surprise them right at the register. And we're going to take you guys along for that video too. That's going to be really fun, just to surprise random people. And then Safeway Albertsons thought that it was so awesome that they wanted to be a part of it, since we're going to be shopping there and filming there, because we had to call and ask for permission to film in their store. And they agreed to match the donation. So it's actually going to be $10,000 in groceries. And I just think that is so fun. It's going to be so cool just to make people's holidays, just randomly surprise them.
We're very, very excited about doing that. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait. It's going to be really cool.
This year just turned out so awesome. You guys showed up, and the items have been pouring in, and every time our post office calls us every day, like, get your butts over here and pick up these boxes. And it's been so cool. You guys came out in full force this year right off the bat. And like I said, we've already surpassed last year's donations. And
everything's been going really well. And because now that we've moved out of the tiny home, we basically took all the packages, which last year and up until recently this year as well, everything was set up in the garage, in the pole barn, in the shop, getting kind of dusty. So we got everything moved over into the empty tiny home. So it looks crazy right now. There's like a maze through the tiny home to get anywhere. And everything else is just boxes that are stacked against the walls. Yeah.
So John Murphy just donated $50 for the toy drive. It says, God bless you for what you are doing for pediatric cancer. We just found out my wife has, I'm so sorry.
So sorry, John. Thank you for your donation.
Yeah. Well, we will be praying for her as she just, this road to recovery is hard, but you guys got this.
Prayers to you both. So that is a great recap on what it is that's going on with the fundraiser, the Safeway shopping portion of it, and then the toy drive as well. We mentioned before, we are now obviously back in the house. I know this setup is a little weird. This is very different for us. For one, because we're just in here. Melissa didn't want to reveal too much about what it is that's been done in the house.
Yeah, because we have a video coming out on Saturday.
So we're kind of wedged here in the corner. Hopefully things look okay. This will not be the look that we go with in the future. And
we'll be sitting in more comfortable accommodations.
We have the laptop set up right beneath the camera. So if you see us looking down, I apologize ahead of time.
Yeah, we're reading down here, but our camera's here.
No video or sound. Sorry, Gary. Hopefully that's just you. Okay, we got a couple of other super chats that have come in. Betty Jean Heinsohn, $10 super chat saying, for the family that needs some help. Thank you so much, Betty Jean. Appreciate it.
We'll make sure that gets over to them.
And Carer with a $20 Canadian dollar super chat saying, towards the Seahawks jersey from Melissa from Chile. Whoops, lost it. From Chile, Roblin, Manitoba, from Patty and Trevor. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
All of the super chat donations that come in on this live, as has been the case with our more recent lives, is all going toward the fundraiser aspect of it. So I'll get Melissa a Seahawks jersey if you need.
It's all going to ACOIN. ACOIN is here we go. It is the American Children's Cancer Organization Inland Northwest, and they serve Washington State,
Eastern Washington, North Idaho, and Western Montana.
Yep. And so they serve a very large area, and it's they go in and hold hands and Or just make sure that they're there for the families and the kids that go in for oncology visits or stays.
Also, guys, we're going to do our best to answer as many questions as possible, but I do want to acknowledge those folks that are providing super chats. So bear with us. We will do our best. Lindsley Sweet with a $50 super chat saying or asking, when does the railing for the loft get completed, and will you be putting some cushy beds up there for nap time?
Yeah, I would like to put like some kind of a small cushion up there because I don't want it really showing. I don't want to do like big bean bags or anything that are going to obstruct the view or light coming in. So I'd like to do like kind of like those pillow pads that people do so you can go up there and read and everything. As far as the loft railing goes, it's kind of on the back burner, but we will definitely get it up there eventually.
Blue Angels fan is aching for a hot tub update. I am aching as well for a hot tub update. Hopefully we can provide you guys with one soon.
Yeah.
Things have been a little hectic around here as of late. And if you can't tell by Melissa's heavy sigh there, it's been a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Our window for getting our patio completed is narrowing rapidly because of the weather, because of the cold that we have here.
I think that it's past.
It's probably past at this point. However, I am not going to allow for that to deter us from actually pursuing our hot tub option.
Right. So we've been waiting for a patio since February. And
how in depth do you want to get with this? Because it's getting me all worked up again.
Okay. So anyway, it was like, oh, it'll be May, it'll be June, it'll be July. We'll have it done by first week in August. And it just kept getting as
further and further.
Yeah. As you know, when you depend on somebody else, you can't really control the situation. And then they kind of said, I think the window's passed and it's too cold now. So
we're still holding out hope that it's maybe a possibility to get just that portion completed. Probably not going to happen at this point, though. We do have the gravel that is down, and if we end up having to just improvise and set up something temporarily for a hot tub to be set in place, I'm kind of thinking that's likely what we're going to be doing at this point.
So, okay. So one more thing I do want to mention before we get too into this live, if you guys do want to donate to Acoin, you can actually send it to our PayPal account as a gift. And that way there's no fees that come out because with super chats, YouTube does take a fee out. 30%. And I mean, yeah. So, I mean, they're still great. If you want to do super chats, you totally can. But if you do PayPal, there's no fee. So 100% of the money goes to Acoin. And I'm going to be watching that just like I'm watching super chat. So you can still leave a message.
And again, we're going to really try to not take away from the chat because I know that's not the reason everybody's here. We do appreciate everybody that is here. However, we got a $20, I'm just going to say $1 super chat from Sue Jackson. Hi, just a little help for the fundraiser. Sending love from the UK. Thank you so much, Sue. Appreciate that. Starlink is doing great so far. Some of the feedback we're getting, which I am happy to hear. It was a little inconsistent with the last setup that we had back in the barn. Works well for the most part, but I'm glad that we look and sound okay thus far.
I need to acknowledge some. Sorry. All right. Joseph Knoll, Christmas fundraiser, sent $10 via PayPal.
Thanks so much.
Glenn Matlock says, let's see.
Great TV show.
I love Matlock. It reminds me of my grandma's house. I have watched every amazing moment of your home build from the day you left Washington to now. You are so incredible and inspirational. Oh, thank you. I want to see you reach 30,000 and beyond. God bless you and your family, Glenn in Texas. And he donated $30. Thank you so much, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
There's more.
There's more.
You can go ahead and answer some.
Let's get a question squeezed in here because I don't want to. Hey, guys, just a question. Are you going to put a heat barrier behind the wood stove to protect the windows, stone wall, and the wall from the heat? No. With the style stove we have, it does get warm, but not to the point to where it should be causing any kind of damage. We were talking about it last night. We had a fire going. And these new modern wood stoves, especially since it's lined with the soapstone, does a really good job of kind of insulating everything to where the majority of the heat is coming right out the front. It's been inspected and all the setback recommendations that are provided by the manufacturer. It falls within all of those.
Right. They came and inspected it yesterday,
distances. Right? So yeah, it's been great so far. The stove is a massive improvement again from what we had over in the tiny home. We've used it twice now. And it puts out a ton of heat, and it really, really holds the heat. And the wood doesn't burn as quickly as it did with our old wood stove.
Yeah,
so
it's been great. So if it becomes a problem, we'll address it. But the people that installed it and the inspector all said that it was good to go.
It's a very impressive stove.
So Nancy Maddox donated $20. Dean Johnson donated $250 for Acoin. And Wayne Watson.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne. It says, for the kiddos, wish it could be more. No, Wayne, that is amazing. Donated $200. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wayne. Holy cow.
And Deborah Bird donated $200 as well. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much to all of you. We appreciate it. And again, we appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah.
You're just you watching helps with our cause.
Patricia said she just ordered 4 teenage gifts delivered November 3rd. Thank you so much, Patricia.
I'm going to try to keep up with the super chats as well as I am rapidly losing them here.
Okay. How is Kenji doing? You look at those and I'll answer that.
Okay.
Kenji's doing really well. He's, I mean, yeah, I don't know. He's the best he's been in years. He's
Yeah, he looks
got
really good.
energy back. Oh, I mean, energy for Kenji. He still sleeps 90% of the time, but he always has. So yeah, he looks great. He's holding weight and
I think we did that one.
trucking. He's doing good.
Yeah, Donna Thompson with a $20 super sticker. Say,
Mhm.
woot. Thanks for that.
It's a Nintendo.
Is it? Oh, it is. It's like a little. That's not a Nintendo. It's like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like a.
Thank you. We got a $20, I believe, Australian super
Yeah.
chat from Debbie S. For the kids. God bless them. Thanks so much. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. And we got $10 from Thistle Moon Farm with a little
Hey,
super
Thistle
sticker of a
Moon.
dancing lemon. Thank you so much. Are we going to put up lights on the house? A lot of folks I saw in the chat were
Like
referencing,
Christmas lights?
yeah, decorating for Christmas. And for sure, we are going to. In fact, we put.
We are?
Yeah, I already
On
told
the
you this
outside
year.
of the
On the
house?
outside
You
too.
never decorate the outside
I
of the
don't
house.
generally do that. I never have in the past, I don't think.
But this is our first Christmas here, and all of our family's coming.
And fortunately, like when it's Christmas time here, it feels really, really Christmassy,
Yeah.
at least last year, because we had so much snow on the ground. And when you just look, we've been gazing out the front of our house. It looks beautiful. And the snow's on the mountains a couple days ago. I think a lot of you guys probably saw that picture
Yeah.
on Facebook or even on YouTube, right? It just kind of calls for it. It's so Christmassy here. I think
Yeah.
we have to do it. So maybe some white lights like up and
Yeah,
over the truss.
That would be
It'd
awesome.
be cool.
I plan to do lit garlands everywhere. I even put special outlets in
Kira.
up high for garlands. Hey, Kira.
Hola. How do I become a member of your channel? There should be a join icon if you maybe minimize the chat or get out of the chat or just revisit back on our homepage. Can you even give them can you show it on there?
Mhm.
Basically, there's a join icon on our homepage. If
Right
you
next
click
to
that,
subscribe.
right next to the subscribe icon, you can hit that and it gives you the channel member options.
Yep. And if you become a member, basically we share behind the scene pictures, a lot of sneak peeks. If animals are born around here, we'll do member polls so they can name our animals.
And members, I apologize. We are overdue for another members only live. We will
And
be
we do
doing that soon
members
as
only
well.
lives, which are much smaller than our general lives. And so we're able to see all the questions and everything. And so that's always really fun. How do I donate on PayPal? So we have our email. It's in the video description below here. It says if you want to donate via PayPal, and then it has our email address. So you just go to PayPal, log in, enter our email address, and send it as a gift. If you send it as a gift, there's no fees at all.
All right, we got Rats Ass 67 with a $5 super chat saying, "Howdy, much love sent from Arizona. Always love watching. Y'all still my fave. Thank you so much,
Thank
Rats
you.
Ass."
You just wanted to say it one more
One
time.
more time. I had to sneak it in. My first time with you live. Welcome, Carolyn.
Hey,
So happy for your home build. Thanks so much.
thank you.
Would you consider a half shave 1 week and the rest after a week
Oh man.
passes? We have a strategy for what it is we want
Yeah.
to do. Or like, yeah, we have a plan set in place. So
Yeah.
I don't know that we'll do it that way. Plus, we want to give everyone the satisfaction of seeing us like totally bald.
All right. Philip Levitt sent $50 and said, "Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping." Or Philip, sorry to like combine your name. Lilip. Philip Levitt. Evelyn Fabry donated $25. Tammy Kays donated $50. And Lori
Guinan
Okay.
is what I'm going with.
I don't want to say it wrong. Donated $25. And John Murphy donated $100.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
This
you,
year has been
John.
incredible, especially with the fundraiser. We've got like a lot of larger sums donated, which is
Yeah.
so awesome
Yeah,
of you
we've
guys. It's so
had-
generous.
Yeah. I mean,
It's been astounding. I've told Melissa we've been opening stuff and seeing
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm just like, this is amazing.
it's incredible. So a lot of people don't have PayPal. And so we've had a lot of checks being mailed. If you do want to mail a check to our PO box, make sure you make it out to Acorn, because then we don't have to deposit it and write them a check. We can just give them all the checks.
Yeah, thank you, Wayne.
So-
Wayne is pointing out. Oh, you know what? Let me get caught up with these two. Man.
All of those checks have been coming in. It's been so incredible.
All right, we have a $10 super chat from Aaron LC saying, "Wear the buffalo jacket every day for winter. It makes you look like an old Western bounty hunter." I'm tempted to. Just might do
Who are
that.
you going to hunt down?
I can't wait for the colder weather, specifically just so I can wear that
He's been
jacket
waiting. Yeah.
out and about. We
He's
got a
not kidding.
$100 super chat from Eric Frisbee,
Ah,
one of my
nice.
favorite toys.
Thank you.
I hope you and your family maybe came up with that somehow, because that'd be really cool. That'd be an awesome backstory. I love the Frisbee. Who doesn't like a Frisbee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Is your family
Isn't
the
a Frisbee?
creator of the Frisbee?
Isn't
Like,
a Frisbee
is it named-
BEE or is it BY?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Very generous. of you.
Angela
$100.
Polehill donated $40.
Yes.
Said, been following you since my husband passed 2 years ago. Love watching all of you. Oh, I'm so sorry that you lost your love, Angela, but thank you so much for your support and for supporting these kiddos.
Yes, thank you so much. Got it? You caught up there?
No.
Okay, keep going. Bang 'em up.
Charlotte Page received. Sorry, it says money received. Donated $150. Dina Bowler received. I'm gonna keep doing it. Donated $10. Vicky Malden donated $5, and Max Bond donated $250. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Again, massive donations this year. Thank you guys. Tina Lou Brackett. Yes, we were able to get the sticker off of the stovepipe. In fact, right after
and now our warranty is void.
Right after we recorded that segment, I attacked it with some Goo Gone. I got up there, and yeah, it looks awesome.
Literally, we turned the camera off, and he's like, "Where's the Goo Gone?"
And somebody else is asking where to go. Which corner of the subcontinent, kitchen subcontinent, aka what you fondly call the kitchen island, we're set up at. We're sitting just to the right of the kitchen sink. If
yeah,
you're there
the stove is
like
over here.
And again, this is all just because Melissa didn't want to show you guys anything. So
no, you got to wait till Saturday.
New video Saturday, right?
New video Saturday. Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Pacific Standard Time.
Official video.
Are the fires out in our area? They are not entirely out in our area. Believe it or not, we've had snow in the mountains. We had a bunch of rain here down in the valley. Whoops,
Stop
sorry.
Banging that.
No, the fires are not out. They're still burning somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that soon they will be a thing of the past. The buffalo jacket looks like a rancher from Yellowstone. Yeah, that's the look we're going for.
Jeremy won't watch that show. He says it's corny.
Susan Manning saying a little off subject, but could you post your recipe for your baked bread?
We were just talking about because now I can bake bread again, and I just have more space and everything. So yes, I'm going to be including that as like a small little segment in a very soon video.
How is the new stove and oven working out?
So good.
That's me asking. Nobody's asking.
So good.
So good. You like
it? It's amazing. Just in case you were wondering.
Wayne Watson with a $5 super chat to point out, just to let everyone know to choose friends and family on PayPal, so there is no fee. Yes, great reminder. Thank you, Wayne.
Yep, when you go to PayPal, just go to PayPal, log in, put in our email address, which is down in the description of this live or in any of our videos. Choose friends and family, and then you can give, and 0 fees come out, which is very helpful because then, you know.
Mo Jamie Heine is asking if I'm worried about being attacked by a bear with a buffalo coat. That's always a concern. Not being attacked per se, but just the bears.
What if a bear was like?
Yeah, the bear around here are always cause for concern. Not that we live in like a paranoid state by any means, but it's something to be aware of.
There's some mama bears around here.
Fortunately, I will be wearing it predominantly in the winter when they're all night-night.
Not mama bears on the lookout for some handsome boys.
And anytime I venture out, I make sure to take some protection with me. That sounded weird.
You just made it
but
so much worse.
There are tools that I bring along with me to make sure that I have the ability to do my best in fending off any potential predator attacks. $279 Canadian dollar super chat with no message, no chat message. I should stop talking. From Melanie Lush.
What's wrong with us today?
Thank you so much. That is a massive super chat. We greatly appreciate it.
Jeremy had like 4 cups of coffee before we went live. He's still drinking coffee.
No, it's not coffee. Somebody was asking if it's not coffee, what is it? It's coffee. It's just a mug. Melissa and her quirky mugs.
Yes.
You still getting caught up? I'll bang one out. Jason Sikora with a $10 super chat saying, what are you using for the tiny home for now? And hold on, it's cut off. And will you have to heat that through the winter? Yes. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So we are running a heater in there right now. We're keeping it pretty warm in there right now. We're keeping it at like 65 because we're storing everything for the toy drive in there. And you'll see how we have that all set up.
We're going to have to keep it heated regardless.
Yeah. I don't know that we'll keep it that warm, but we need to keep it at like 55 or so because Nevaeh's storing all of her guitars and banjos and ukuleles and pianos and her plethora of instruments in there. And so we're going to be turning the tiny home into a guest quarters, but also maybe like a little gym/music area. So yeah, we'll definitely still be using it.
I think I'm way behind. Yeah, we were just in there today and we were talking about how odd it is. We lived in there for over 2 years, and while you're there living there, it just seems, it's just normal. You don't really make note of anything, but our transition into the main house has been very bizarre. And then now going back into the tiny home, it just seems so crammed, and it's a little unbelievable that we lived like that
in
for 2 years
with all those people. Yeah.
Even being in here, like the first or second night I told Nevaeh, she was in like the living room area and I was here in the kitchen. I'm like, I feel like you're so far away from me. And like, I feel like we have to raise our voices to communicate across the room because we're not used to it. We're used to being like
Yeah.
like right on top
We
of
had
each
like
other
a
like
baby
this.
couch and we didn't all fit on it, but yet we would all cram on.
Yeah, I
anyway.
mean, the furthest away you could get from somebody and still have like a line of sight
It's
to them
like
in a tiny home was like
200 feet. Not even.
200 feet.
Or I was thinking square feet because it was.
That's like 12 feet away.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was space wise, it was spatially
Yeah.
just very odd.
It was 100 square feet a person living in the tiny home.
Yeah. So it's weird coming in here, experiencing that transition and now going back into the tiny home, looking around. It seems extra small now.
Yeah. Okay, I have a few. Max Bond donated $250. These are incredible donations, you guys. This is like, it's so unbelievable.
Massive amounts. Thank you so
Steve
much.
Taylor donated $25. Thank you so much. And Wanda Bulger? I think I'm saying that right. Please forgive me if I'm not.
Bulger.
Bulger?
Bulger.
Oh,
Yeah, like
see, I
Mark
said it
Bulger, the
wrong.
quarterback.
Okay, see, of course you would know that. Donated $250. Thank you so much.
Jerry McDowell saying Texas Lotto was 700 million. I bought a ticket. If I win, I'll make sure you get that 30K.
Thistle Moon says, expect to receive a Seahawks blanket from me November 3rd. Thank you so much. So of the 30 families, I think half the families, because we asked what's their favorite color, what's their favorite character, what's their favorite sports team. Seahawks was like Seahawks.
It's Seahawks country.
And so
That's right.
there's so many blankets and stuff on the list because when they're in the hospital, like it's really chilly in there. So they like to hand out those blankets. So to have a lot of Seahawks blankets or the burrito blankets or the anime blankets, because apparently anime is a big thing. If you ask any of our older kids, they're super into anime. And like, so like I'm putting stuff on the wish list, like Demon Slayer blanket. And it sounds so like no one wants to buy that. But it's a super popular anime show and all the teenagers are into it. So
Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Nevaeh, you know what that is?
Yeah, it's like the most popular one. Nevaeh is borderline obsessed with it. So it sounds really weird, but it's just like this cartoon anime that all these teenagers watch. And so
Craig Fisher.
Yeah.
I think the Bears don't have to. Bears have the advantage over me, regardless of my background. We got Grizzly Bears here. Or something else that was pointed out. Somebody was asking how many acres we have. Our property seems big. It's really not that big. It's officially 20 acres. But because of the terrain, it's probably like, I don't know, 25, maybe 30.
Probably. Because they just do like the above footprint.
Yeah,
if there's elevation.
It's a 20-acre footprint.
Yeah.
Not huge. But it's all relative. I understand. Every time we say that, and
People
somebody
are
who
like,
lives in the
"That is
city, they're
huge."
like, 20 acres is huge.
But out here, it's not. We have the baby lot.
We have like the smallest lot in our area by far.
Everyone has like 100 acres. So if you're like, oh, we have 20 acres, they're like, oh.
Great question. Ellie Rowe 000 channel member. What are we doing for the backsplash? We were just discussing that.
Yes.
So we are not 100% done in the house. A lot of people are like, oh,
it's been fun.
Bye. We still have a lot that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Upcoming projects are going to include, the backsplash. Somebody was talking about the railing in the loft, and there's a lot of little things we still need to get done. But the shower is going to be the really big
shower
project.
is a big one. We have a whole walk-in shower to do, and then our closet isn't done at all. It's just a big empty room, so we have that to do. And
you guys will kind of get some insight.
Yeah, there's quite a few projects around here that are not done. What is that noise?
What's beeping?
Oh, it's a dishwasher. Everything tells me when it's done.
What has also been interesting with moving in here is trying to figure out all the little quirks and noises
and all the appliances sing. Like when they're done, they like sing a whole song.
You are doing laundry.
Yeah, like come fold the clothes. Like it's like I don't understand why
it's like a minute long song that it plays.
The washer and the dryer, it sings.
The dishwasher makes noise. The refrigerator makes noise.
Yeah, it yells at you if the door's open.
It's weird.
Yeah. Okay. There's some. Okay. Lana's one of our favorites. She donated $100. Thank you so much, Alana.
Thank you, Lana.
Nettie Backner donated $10. Yes. Tina Swearingen.
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 Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Swearingen donated $200. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And Diane. Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that sounds super German. Hausnecht is my guess.
Okay, I think you said it right.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid to attempt names because I feel bad when I say them wrong. Donated $100. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you so much. Okay. Ooh, I'm losing super chats. Now I need to get caught up once again. Bear with me if I can even find where to go. Lawrence Mayer with $5 super chat. Someday you need to post the dimensions of that kitchen subcontinent. What is it? It's 12 by 9?
It is. No, it's not 12.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
9 is one of the dimensions.
I think you're right. I think it's 12 by 9.
Thank you. 12 by 9.
So the reason that I went so absolutely massive with the island, granted, now that it's here, it looks bigger than what I thought. But it's amazing because we have no dining room table here.
Yeah.
We did no dining room and we did no dining room table.
So it is our dining room.
So it is our dining room table. So we wanted it to be our sink and food prep area for the front third. And then the back 2/3 is seating for 8. So that's why we went so big with the island. Not because I need all that island space, but because it's literally our dining room table.
The big pipes.
Mm.
Gary,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I make jokes. I crack jokes.
Yes, he does.
A buffalo hat looks like Bigfoot. Yeah, and everyone's saying I need to find like a trapper hat now to go with the buffalo coat. I agree.
Yeah,
I've been wanting one for years.
He has been wanting one. So like, because I do save rabbit hides, and we actually just processed out some rabbits, and he was like, I could see him like, ooh, I can get this trapper hat. He's been wanting me to make him one. So although I know how to tan hides, I don't actually know how to sew hides. I wouldn't know how to go about making a trapper hat. I'm afraid that I would cut it out and it would look right. And then when you sew it together, it would fit a baby.
There've got to be templates
like
you can
would
just
like,
find
ooh.
online. I guarantee it.
But like for fur, I'm sure there is, but
Guarantee.
I'm not very experienced when it comes to sewing.
Do we have a male and female horse so that they can multiply? No, we do not.
No, we did that. Plus, I don't think I would have a stallion here because
they're crazy.
They're high strung. I did have a stallion when I was younger, and then we had to geld him. And for me to, yes, I know, I gelded you too. And then we had to. I
was looking at
we had to geld him for 4-H, and then it just never got out of his system. And I think that's part of Lexon's. Like our big spotted paint. He's 8 years old and he was a breeding stud up until pretty much when we got him.
Giggity.
We got him from Alan and on farm on Route 66. We got him from him and he had only been gelded like a few months when Alan got him. And then we got him and he still just had like stud neck and stud butt and everything. They have so much testosterone.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, stud neck. And then trying to get that out of his system. Like he's just calming down over a year later. But he is calming down.
Why are we getting Tinder ads on our feed? I have no idea.
On this feed?
I
haven't seen any Tinder ads. Maybe Paula took care of it.
Anyway. Somebody else saying someone
our teen loves Demon Slayer also. Yeah, it's a thing. And Nevaeh keeps telling me, like, I'm like, no, it's a cartoon. She's like, it's not a cartoon. It's an anime.
Gully Dan with 300 ISK, whatever ISK is. No message with that. Thank you for your super chat, however.
Thank you so much.
Looking for more questions. Beautiful haircut. Who got a haircut? Me?
Yeah,
I cut my own hair.
Beautiful.
So if that's what you're talking about, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I know they're not talking to me because I got a butterfly clip in
You're
my
shaving
hair.
your head next year, though, right?
Me, no.
Yeah, so somebody was asking if we're still doing meat rabbits. Yeah, we are still doing them, and I know it hasn't been a point of emphasis, but we're trying to tread lightly when it comes to all doing that stuff and showing that stuff.
We don't want to like make people feel uncomfortable for one.
Well, and it's not.
And YouTube really hates it.
By the YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube hated it a lot.
Wandering Okie with a $20 super chat saying, I'm sure this has been asked, but what was y'all's plan if YouTube hadn't worked out? Just go back to work.
Yeah, get jobs.
Yeah, start another business of some kind, or I can go back to law enforcement or.
Yep, I had a real estate license in Washington, so then I got a real estate license in Idaho as well, but I'm also a licensed teacher. So there's a school up the road and I looked into being able to go over there and teach. And we
had a lot of those discussions coming into this process. And ultimately what we determined for ourselves was that, worst case scenario, we just work. We're very employable people. We can do things. We're not incapable.
Yeah, we can do things.
If I meant sucking up my pride and taking a job that I didn't want to do, it wouldn't matter to do it.
Yeah.
If I had to.
Yeah. I mean, we figured we're not going to come out here and die, right? So we had a budget and we had a timeline and it was like, okay, we're going to throw ourselves on into this, try to make it work, try to make the best videos we can. And if it works out, that's amazing. That's the ultimate hope and dream.
Yep.
But if it doesn't, we go back to work.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of work. But I think for anybody considering doing something along the lines of what it is that we've done the past couple of years, just be realistic about it and know that worst case scenario, nothing catastrophic is going to happen.
Right.
So,
I
understand the fear behind it because we felt that fear and we felt that stress. But if you have a genuine desire to do it, you only live once. So would be my words of encouragement.
Don't let fear hold you back, but have a plan. Have a backup plan, and don't be too prideful to take it.
That's a pretty girl with a cool haircut. Are you talking about Kira? Kira hasn't cut her hair.
Oh, she didn't cut her hair. Oh, yeah, that's what. No, it's still all there.
Kira has never cut her hair.
No.
Ever.
Nope. I've done like tiny little baby trims.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, barely. She doesn't.
Did we see how many people were online with us? How many people? Almost 5,000 people.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
cow.
Holy cow.
That's a big live for
That
us.
is a big live.
Thank you for being here, everyone.
I honestly did not even see that.
Especially on what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Right? Wednesday night. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to catch up. Marlene Bringolf donated $10. Norman Parator. You guys have some really hard last names, making me look so bad.
See,
I feel like the teacher on the first day of school trying to read all the kids' names. Donated $100. Craig Clifton. Hi, Craig. Donated $100. Jacqueline Gronbeck donated $10. Cherry McPherson donated $50. Cindy Bucko. Is that right?
Ooh.
Bucko.
Baco is what I'd go
donated
with.
$50.
You guys do have some tough last
And
names.
I know. And Elvira Francisco donated $100.
Francisco. Thank you all so much. Again, your generosity is so over the top.
I'm going to see what our total is. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Hold on.
While you're doing that, let me read some of these here. Nelda Pearson with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. Scrolling down. Oh, I think I've missed a whole bunch. Sorry, guys. William Arrington with a $30 super chat saying, with the open floor plan and high ceilings, how are the acoustics? It is a little echoey in this room, but the more stuff we put in here,
the better
the better it is. I mean, how's it sound? We're in the great room right now. Yeah. And this is by far the most echoey room. A lot of hard surfaces.
High ceilings. So
high ceilings. But yeah, it's kind of what we're used to because that's what we had at our old house. Yeah. So it doesn't bother us. I think if you're not used to it, it might stand out more. But it actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that bad in here. Yeah. With everything we've brought in. So
okay, our total right now is just under 23,000.
Ooh, look at that.
That's incredible, guys.
It's way more than we raised the entire season last year.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we wanted to raise 20,000 and we ended up like topping it off at the end to get there. That was totally cool. So yeah, this is just, it's such a massive blessing.
Oh, look at this. How complimentary. Linda Wilson. Jeremy, you're so handsome. Melissa, you are beautiful. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I keep looking at our picture here. I beg to differ a little bit, but thank you for the compliment. Look at the lines.
The lighting is
look at my gray hair. Look.
Well, because it's above lighting.
Look at the grays.
True. It's
right
above
here.
Lighting.
My temples. I just told Melissa today. I pull my gray hairs ordinarily.
Adult. Oh, there is Tinder. Voila.
Anyway, I think I'm going to stop pulling the grays. I'm just going to embrace it at this point because I am losing the battle. And every time I pull a bunch of gray hairs, especially in my temples, and then I cut my hair, I look mangy. And that's also not a good look. So I'm just going to
Nobody click on the Tinder stuff. That is.
Sorry, guys. Let me try
the Tinder swindlers here.
I don't know how to block some of these.
Oh, yeah. You can block them. There you go.
Go to channel. No, go to channel.
Don't pin it.
Hide user. Boom.
Boom.
I make him a moderator, actually.
Tinder swindlers, a moderator on the channel. Paul is like, I quit. That's it. You guys are done.
There were more super chats. Let's see. Camber Bird with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I look forward to your videos every Saturday. Y'all are an inspiration because I want to have a homestead one day. Any advice you can give somebody who wants to eventually homestead? You want to tackle that?
Sorry, I was reading a question. I'm sorry.
I would say to learn whatever skills you can. Don't let anything hold you back. Learn as much as you can, regardless of your situation. It's kind of what we did.
Oh, okay. So the question.
So with gardening and with processing animals, stuff like that, and just really
start small.
Learning and even building. We didn't do any of this stuff previously. Like
no,
this is so far from the life that we once lived, and it just over time, gradually, because we were passionate about it and we had a desire to learn, we kind of figured things out over time. Would be my words of advice.
And I don't think you need to own a big property to homestead. I think you can have a really small yard. You can have raised bed gardens. I mean, when we really got into it, we had an acre, which was a very a large yard and everything. But we did so much on that acre that you could have a tenth of that space and still do a lot with it. So I say start small, start where you're at now. Take something that you want to learn, whether it's meat rabbits or meat chickens, or maybe you want some laying hens, or maybe you want to start gardening. Like, just start where you're at now and do what you can.
Yeah.
Are you tapping me?
Follow-up question. I don't know you'll necessarily have the answer to, from Don Wise. Hey, Don, do you prefer the freeze dryer to a dehydrator? We use the dehydrator a lot.
I use the dehydrator more. The kids prefer the dehydrated food because it's chewy and there's still a little juiciness in it. So if I freeze dry apples, they much prefer dehydrated apple rings that are kind of chewy. And we like to make fruit leathers, and I definitely use my dehydrator more than the freeze dryer, but the freeze dryer is great for long-term food storage. The only thing the kids really like freeze dried is pineapple, which is amazing, and strawberry. Why are you making that face? What happened?
Because I'm seeing more Tinder stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm working on it, guys. Sorry. It's a lot to keep up with. Actually, I think I might have got it. I think it's maybe just other people referencing it. Hello, Kaimani. Kaimani's looking a little extra moppy at the top of his head
he's growing it out in
he's
preparation.
growing it out. So what we were just talking before we hopped on here about what you want to do. Hey, Eli, everybody wants to come hang out now?
Eli's just coming for fishy crackers.
We might do a mullet
Oh, that'll be cute.
on Kaimani's hair. And then for mine, we're thinking Costanza or Dr. Phil and taking just the top.
The Dr. Phil would look really.
Leaving the sides a little
Oh
longer.
man, I've always dreamed of that.
It's good times. Maybe we can leave that. Maybe that should be the first half we do, and I just rock that for the
Please
week.
don't.
I'll have the Dr. Phil. It's gonna be fun.
No. Look like
man, more of
O'Leary,
those things.
Mr. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them.
Boom.
Best adult dating
Go away.
sites. Go away.
They gone.
They gone.
Woo. Okay. No, don't hit undo. All right. Let's see. Let's try and address more questions if I can find them.
Eli is so handsome. Nice young man.
Is it blurry? I saw a couple people. Are we blurry? Because a couple people have referenced that. I know the background is blurry, and that's just our camera and the specific lens we use. We should be in focus though. So like the kids right now are a little blurrier
Wine,
than
Melissa?
Yeah.
No.
She's doing wine. I'm doing coffee. I think that speaks volumes about the type of people.
It's 5:40.
Yeah.
You should be drinking wine. It's weird to drink coffee unless it's
Just wanted to
dessert
get
coffee.
warm. All I
which
wanted to do was
delicious.
come out here, put the buffalo coat on, take some sips of coffee.
Jeremy's fully embracing fall.
Do we have a discount code for the Tinder? No, we do not. Sorry
They're
to disappoint.
sponsoring our joke.
$750 super chat. Where did I miss that? I really hope not.
Have you missed any super
scrolling?
chats?
I don't think I did, but maybe. I do my best, guys. Sorry.
Maybe some people.
My apologies. Oh no, I got that one. Gully Dan with the little smiley face, and I don't know what ISK is.
I don't know what it is. Look up ISK, guys.
But again, thank you. They're all right back here. Yeah, for currency. Buffalo Code rules. Yeah, it was the ISK one. Yep, I got that one.
Update on when you'll be building an enclosed horse barn. A lot of people have been asking about the horsies and their barn.
Yeah, when, Melissa? What was it? 750? 750. Icelandic currency.
Icelandic.
Wow. I saw somebody from Greenland was also watching. Really cool.
That is so incredible.
$527?
$5.
Oh, $5.27. Okay. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. So RM Garrison donated $100. Melinda Campbell donated $100. And Timothy Dubio donated $100 as well. Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you guys once again.
Horse barn. So the horses are already very fuzzy. Like they started putting on their coats really soon. So I try not to blanket them at all unless it's like under 10 degrees because by blanketing them, they sweat. And
This
then
is
they
what we
actually
learned from everyone.
from
else, right?
everyone in the area
They said,
because
"Do
I
not use
was
blankets."
blanketing them if it was under like 40. I was like, they're cold. If I'm cold, they're cold. Not true. Horses actually heat themselves from the inside out. So their food is what heats them. So when they eat, they become very hot. And I was putting blankets on them and they were sweating. And so their fur was staying very short
Wet.
and it was actually making them way colder.
Yeah.
And so I'm not blanketing them at all right now. If it gets under 10 degrees, I'm going to blanket them because, I'm a smother. And then I'm a smother. Smother mother. And then so as far as the barn goes, right now they're going to have to put up with the lean-to, which is more than they've ever had. And they did really great with it last winter. Our horses do not like to be enclosed. Coda was a wild horse. Lexan, he grew up on the res and he never had any kind of like barn or anything like that. And so when you close them into the stalls, they kick them. And Lexan was actually really slicing up his feet. He did not like to be, he was getting these big gouges because he was kicking the gate and kicking the wall, trying to get out. And so we just let him come and go. And when it rains at all, they go undercover. They didn't know how to use the shelter because they had never had a shelter last year. But this year they've really figured it out. So if the sun's out or if it's raining or if it's snowing or anything, they go and stand under their shelter. We've got really thick bedding in there for them. And they're good for the year, but we do eventually want to build a barn. I think next summer, maybe. We have an apartment build addition to do next summer as well. So we're building a whole 3-car garage, right? Is it 3-car?
It'll be big enough for a 3-car, but we're only putting 2.
Okay, 2
It's 2
car.
cars.
2 big car garage, and then we're doing a whole apartment addition build up above.
Don't really know what that's going to look like
for
yet.
the older kids.
So,
So that's going to be our focus.
A couple of additional questions. What is the humidity level in our place now with the fire, with the wood stove? I'm not sure. It doesn't really feel dry, but it's not. It's not humid either.
And we have fresh air intake. So if the air gets really dry or it starts lacking anything, then that opens up automatically.
Another question. Sorry, I'm trying to address questions. How do we? Sorry, not to cut you off either. How do we budget everything for the build, or how have we? I guess is what they're asking. From Leslie Fritz.
We just kind of had a pre-planned budget going into it. Like when we sold our house, we had a bunch of equity, and then we said, like, this is what we're going to spend to build a new house. That budget got thrown out the window.
We haven't always been able to budget because there were steps in the process of getting things built, and you're kind of at the mercy of whatever the market is. Like if you guys will remember when we were framing everything up last year, we paid an astronomical amount of money for
ridiculous.
Like I don't know.
And our sheeting, like we
pretty much bought at the peak of the market, unfortunately,
for everything. And it was like, well, you could wait a year and.
Despite that, I will point out, however, because we do get a lot of money questions, which we do want to cover that at some point. We haven't done the math and added up what we've spent.
No,
it's been a lot. However,
it's been a lot.
It is significantly less. Like people will throw out these numbers, like, "Oh yeah, it must be nice to have that house if you have."
It must be $1 million.
No.
Like
labor is the biggest expense when it comes to building anything, and because the majority of the labor was done ourselves, I think you'd be shocked at how much we actually spent building the house. Because I do have a rough idea in my head. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and it's probably half of if we had it built by contractors.
Some of the numbers people throw out at us, I'm like,
because the few things that we have had contractors do have been like, that's actually what's killed the budget is having people come in and do stuff.
Labor costs.
And you don't have control of that, and you don't stay on your timeline, you don't stay on your budget, and you never really know what that bill is going to be until you open up that envelope and go, ugh. So there is a rabbit out.
It's the same brown and white one. It's the one that got away yesterday. And I don't know where he goes during the day.
To live. I swear there's one that gets out every processing day. So now he just gets to live outside all winter long.
Stacy R., you're popular in Bonners Ferry. Asked my son's college friend who moved there a few years back if he knew you. He replied that he didn't know you, but he knows of you. Well, that's cool. We love Bonners Ferry.
We love Bonners Ferry.
It is 100% become home, and everybody here has been so outgoing and friendly and has they've fully embraced us. Like it's been great. We
like we're weirdos or something. They fully
so there's kind of a stigma with outsiders coming into the area here, and that just hasn't been our experience at all. Like everybody here, at least with us, and not that we try to like intrude or change anything. It's actually our goal not to do that.
Yeah, we moved here because we like it the way it is.
And folks here just could not be friendlier. We live in the friendliest town in Idaho.
It says it on the sign.
It says so right on the sign. So we absolutely love it here. That's great to hear. Every time I get to every time I come in, I get the renew your membership message, and I do. Is it being dropped regularly?
Yes. YouTube is being really funny. I don't know if it's just our channel or if it's all the channels, but they just did a big sub purge. So maybe go check your memberships to make sure you're still subscribed to our channel.
We don't know what is going on with our channel. This is nothing new. We regularly lose members. We regularly lose members who get completely, not only do they lose their membership, but they get unsubscribed from our channel. We are constantly, was it yesterday, the day before, we lost like 400 subscribers. Poof.
Just gone.
Just like that. YouTube
seconds.
just takes them.
Yeah. They're just
we don't get them back.
We're cutting these 400 people.
We have lost as many as 900 in a single day. We have lost as many as 17,000 in a single month.
Yeah.
But we don't know why that is, but it is what it is.
Yeah, YouTube will just decide that they're going to purge people. They say that they're inactive on your channel or whatever, but like they've purged my mom who watches every single video like 3 times. So check your memberships, check your subscriptions, make sure you're still subscribed so you're getting notices.
Yeah, and sorry guys, like we get questions about that all the time. That's not us doing it. Last thing we want is to lose anybody who wants to be here. So
who caretakes your property when you go away? It's my parents. You guys met them a couple lives back. My parents love to come here. It's kind of like a little mini vacation for them. And they just come and spoil the bejesus out of the animals.
Bejesus?
Yes. They spoil them. Like my mom and dad, they cleaned the chicken coop when they were here. They were scrubbing out water bottles. They were like the horses like sliced apples instead of whole apples.
John Hidalgo
So-
says we can certainly talk. It's kind of what we have to do on here, John. Can't just hop on here and sit here and stare at the camera.
Yeah, it's a talky life.
Actually, I'm not good at talking.
So yes. Oh my gosh.
Great question. Yes, we were peppered with that question
What
repeatedly.
hurts? Yeah. So it's my parents that come. So like Kenji, his cousin comes. His name's Jojo. He's also a very old, half-blind dog.
Hey,
they
Jolene.
hang out, and so yeah, grandma, grandpa come anytime that we leave and spoil everybody. So they're very well taken care of. I think they're actually disappointed when we get back. They're like, oh,
The horses?
It's just all
Yeah,
the
I'm sure.
animals.
Yeah.
You're like, where's our warm water in the morning?
Bruce Lundgren with a $50 super sticker, again with the dancing lemon. Thank you so much, Bruce.
I like the lemons.
Who caretakes your property? You answered that one.
Yep.
Have you thought of moving the horse shelter closer to the house for when it snows?
That is another question we get a lot.
No, we have not.
Last year we were feeding them in the shelter and we were locking them up at night because they jumped out that night, and then they were in trouble for like the whole year for jumping out, because when our horses jump out, it's a problem. We live pretty far from any main roads, but they did find their way to the main road and they ran down it for 3 miles. And
Didn't
that
stay along the road though.
we don't really know the route they took.
No, yeah, we do. We followed their footprints.
Well, yeah,
in the
I guess they went
snow.
through some fields and stuff.
They
but
went down.
They did go on the
Oh.
highway and they did cross the highway, and that is a massive threat to human life
That was the first clue we found, was horse poop on the roadway.
on the road. And that was like, oh no, they're running down the road. And so they were locked up every single night. They have never jumped the fence since. I fingers crossed, hope they learned their lesson. Plus they have learned that this is home. It was still very new
Yeah, they're-
environment for them, and Lexan did not want to be here. So now he likes us and he hasn't tried to leave us. So we don't lock them up at night. They just come and go. So it's okay that the shelter's far away.
Yeah. No, it's not as far away. Things don't look as far in real life as they appear to
Right.
be on camera too. Is the other thing, because people will be like, "Oh my goodness, why are you so far away from whatever the chicken coop? Why is
Yeah,
the trailer
it's
so
not
far away?"
far.
It's like stuff
Yeah.
isn't, especially when we were filming back on the phone, stuff looked extra far away
And you don't want a chicken coop
near your home.
right by your house
They're gross.
because they smell. So it's better to have just a short walk. to
Here's
the
a good
chicken coop.
question from Rebel Logic: what percentage of the build was Jeremy, and how much was Melissa? Melissa.
I was there for moral support and snacks.
Melissa was incredibly helpful, and she wasn't doing like a lot of the.
I didn't do like I didn't work the saw very much or anything. I didn't even get comfortable in the saw
No.
till like the end. But then once I did, like, oh, I can cut stuff on the saw too. That actually
with the
helped a
nail
lot.
gun. Yeah, we joked she was my sous chef through the whole
Yeah.
thing, and she was like, I couldn't have done the siding without her help. I couldn't have done anything without her help. Like assembling walls, bringing studs out, getting stuff in place, carrying sheeting.
Mhm.
She was there for all of it. She was a helping hand, literally.
Right. Like there was no way to get like a massive piece of sheathing up a ladder with one person. So
It's
he was the kind of the brains behind the operation. I just sort of did what he told me to do, but I was
got
there
that on
to,
camera. Oh,
I was
gosh,
there
yeah.
for muscle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not that I have a lot of muscle, but I am still kind of an adult size.
Thank you for your question. It was still close to it anyway.
I'm
Do
like
you
a
know where
child.
your canning goods will be stored?
Yeah. Heck yeah. I built a whole room for him.
You'll
I'm
see.
so excited.
You'll sort of see it.
It's
Sort of.
I built a whole room for my canned goods.
In the
I'm
pantry.
So excited. And
Yeah.
Kira is currently eating one of the apples that we're supposed to be canning.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna last.
Yeah, the kids are eating all the canned apples.
How was the donut shop visit going? We went to the bakery. I just went to the bakery.
Yeah, she was just at the bakery.
But it's going well, and so many of you are leaving gift cards.
Yeah.
with a running balance on there, there for us,
It's so fun
which
to
we
go
really
in there.
appreciate. You guys absolutely do not have to do that, but it's very nice and kind of you. So yes,
It's awesome,
we're
yeah.
very grateful.
We appreciate it so much. Like when we go in there, like you guys have a dozen donuts. Like pick out a dozen donuts, and that
What?
is so fun. So yeah, we appreciate that.
Sean Shanks asking me a very common question of, do I miss law enforcement? I'm currently in LEO. Thank you for your service. Please stay safe, Sean. And
Yes.
yeah, there are a lot of things that I do miss about it. But like I said before, it required that I left that line of work to make this dream happen for us. So I don't regret leaving. But yeah, there are certain things I miss. Yeah, for sure. And there are certain times where I feel like I just can't check out of that law enforcement mindset. It's been 2.5 years and I still look at things sometimes or think a certain way about certain situations. It's just, it's hard to break yourself of those old habits. It's so ingrained in you.
Yeah. I just ran into a law enforcement wife in the grocery store, and they're new to it, and she was telling me, just about kind of the stuff that their family encounters or the conversations they have. And it's just sounded so familiar. And we're so removed from that now, but it wasn't that long ago. And so we definitely remember that. And I am grateful that we're out of that now, but at the same time, it was a really neat experience. And I'm grateful that we had that experience to be that kind of family.
I didn't talk about it much while we were there, but while we were down in California, I kind of just checked right back into that mindset, especially when we were down in Hollywood. Just it's a very familiar environment to me, and the smells and no, seriously though, literally.
Yeah.
Just it felt like, you know, it kind of just put me right back in that mindset. I was like, and we were there with the kids, which I didn't like. Like it didn't necessarily come across in the video because you don't want to. We didn't want to like place an emphasis on that. But Hollywood, don't recommend it. Especially don't go down there. Don't go down there with your family. Kira was literally terrified.
Yeah, she was.
Weren't you, Kira?
Yeah, she wanted to go, and then she didn't want to go to other places. Like
every time we said we're gonna go somewhere else, she was like asking, like, "Oh,
are there people like that are doing?"
We saw two people shooting up. We walked by and got to within like 2 feet of a lady in a little tiny alcove that was smoking, I don't know what, out of a glass pipe.
Yeah, I mean, just right there. Like you have to like basically step over.
We literally saw a fight in the street between two women, and we saw two arguments, like verbal altercations. So.
Yeah, like when people are fighting openly in the street and like your kids are there, like you don't know what's going to happen and if that's going to elevate. And it just wasn't a good environment for kids, and it was something that was totally outside of her comfort zone. So then when we said we wanted to go to Venice Beach, people were like, you know, like maybe try the boardwalk. So we did that instead. And she was scared to, like, she didn't want to see more of the drug use and stuff. They've never seen anything like that, and so. It was eye-opening. I'm glad that we went and had that experience, but I don't know. I don't know how much California is in our future, because I think there's a lot of really beautiful places to go. We just didn't have the time during that trip. I would have loved to take the kids to Universal. And
yeah, for sure. And a lot of people who are from California, live down in California, kind of got a little upset with us for the video. And it's like, we weren't trying to go out of our way to present it a certain way. It's just what we were seeing.
And we know that there's so much more to California than Hollywood.
Sure. There are nice spots, even in Southern California. But we just, like Melissa said, we had a limited amount of time, and we went where we went, and we were just showing what was around.
Right. So, like if you go to my home where I grew up in the Seattle area, if you go there and then you show downtown Seattle, like that's the reality of downtown Seattle, but that's not all that Seattle is. So yeah, we definitely realized that when going there, but we did drive further out and there were some really neat areas. So I wish we had more time to explore, but we were only there for like 4 days.
I'm surprised the piano isn't coming into your new home. The aquatic, I think they mean acoustics would be great. We were just talking with Nevaeh yesterday about getting a keyboard and sticking that somewhere in here, just because it takes up less space and it can be mobile if she wants to take it for a gig or something like that. She doesn't really
want a keyboard because they don't play the same.
We were just talking about it.
They don't sound the same. Well, I think that she's kind of like, that's the only thing that's going to really fit. But
aren't there good keyboards though that kind of give the feel of piano keys?
Gosh, there's ones with weighted keys, but I like pianos.
She likes piano, so.
Oh, we'll see. We don't really have like a great designated spot for it.
We could maybe do like an electric piano.
But it'd be good to figure it out.
Or we're gonna, like, the tiny home space, we're hoping to really turn that into a good music spot for her and just keep it heated, and then she just walks over there and that's all her instruments, and
Cody,
that could be a good.
Sorry, wait, there were a couple questions I want to address. How many sheep do we currently have, and are we going to have any lambs?
Yeah.
Lambs?
Yep, lambs.
Lambs?
Yep, lambs.
That doesn't sound right.
Those are baby sheep.
In the spring. I know, but multiple with lambs.
Lambs.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with it. Lambs. Are we going to have any lambs in the spring?
Yes. So we have Manny, which you guys all know Manny, the big goofy manner. He's such a love bug. And if you don't love him, he will knock you to the ground. And then we have Lucille and Mona. Those are our two ewes, and they are being harassed by Manny right now. So I am expecting at least 2, unless anyone has.
It's not harassment every time that happens.
He's definitely harassing them. They're trying to sleep, and he's like pawing at them, like, stand up. So we're expecting lambs. We usually have them in February or the first.
Too early
week
for North Idaho.
Oh gosh, it's so cold. So I have to put little coats on them, and I always have to. And Mona needs help when she delivers. She's just a narrow ewe, and he's a massive ram. So her first baby got stuck. Her second baby got stuck. And she gets so tired, and she just stops pushing and just sits there. And they'll literally just sit there and die. So I always have to make sure I'm watching her so I can help pull that lamb. And then, so 2 lambs for sure. Maybe some will have twins.
We'll see.
I would like to get Manny a friend. If we have a male this year, I'm hoping to weather him.
We did have one.
Which is basically we did have one, but he was a ram, and we still don't know what happened to Fozzie Beastie.
No.
We just woke up in the morning and he had died of bloat overnight, and he was totally fine when we went to bed.
Yeah, that's sad. It happens. Though.
Yeah, that was really sad. That was our first like big loss of an animal, and the kids were not happy about that.
No Trades Lodge is saying, as a UPSer of 32 years, I was very impressed with what you did for your driver last year.
Zach.
Customers like you are what gets us through the day. Yeah, we love Zach so much, man. Zach's great.
Awesome.
And what he did last year for us was so huge and completely organic on his part. We didn't ask him to do what he did, and he took it upon himself to reach out to everybody he worked with to take in some monetary contributions for the fundraiser. And that was so cool of him to do.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even get the pleasure of like bringing it by and
I know
himself.
Because his wife was having a baby, and so he went on paternity leave, and so yeah, the local UPS donated a bunch of money to help get the gifts down.
It was like $250.
Yeah, and
awesome.
He's shy, and he stood up like in front of everyone in the morning, and
so the driver who did deliver it like filled us in, and he's like, Zach is a really quiet, like reserved guy. And
so for him to get
he got up and like kind of explained what it is that we were doing, and like passed an envelope around, and everybody put some money in there. So super cool.
Yeah, and I mean he just works so hard, and he's got 2 little boys, and he's awesome, and he's still our delivery driver, and so he's still doing the toy drive this year as well. So it's just really cool.
Where are our raspberry vines? We don't have any raspberry vines yet, and I don't know that we're gonna put any in. Like, we'll see. We had them back in Washington State. If you guys. Those of you who have been around long enough to remember.
I have 2 to get.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Donna Norris donated $50 via PayPal, and Janie, it looks French and beautiful, and I'm going to say it bad.
It's like Thibault.
Okay.
Beaux is
donated $50
French.
As well.
Oh, thank
you,
you.
Janie. Thank you, guys.
You gonna keep going? Is that it?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Melissa needs a cougar jacket to go with Jeremy's buffalo. She is a cougar.
I don't need a jacket. I already have it.
She's got the cougar exterior.
I'm not a cougar yet. At what age is a woman a cougar?
I don't know, but it's got to be younger than 53, right? Moving on. How do I become a member? You want to talk about people are asking about the patio and the concrete again. So basically, very, very frustrating situation. Things haven't worked out great with our concrete guy. Not to get into too much with that. But we have made progress on it. You guys will see that. We'll show you guys that. Don't know that we're going to have the full patio in before the weather allows for it to be completed. So because of that, if we do get the hot tub, which is still currently the plan, soaking with the Souzas, determined to make it happen.
Happening, guys, but probably not on a patio.
Probably not on a finished patio. We might just set something up temporarily, get it set up and wired, hooked up, and then we'll probably have to move it. I'm guessing in the spring when the patio will hopefully be completed.
Right. Yeah, we're going to have to move it and then move it.
It's been very frustrating, as other things have been in this build too, but this probably is the most frustration I felt.
Right at the end.
Right at the end, yeah.
Well, because having the patio is nice because our clay soil is like baby powder while it's dry. I mean, like horrible. Like the wind blows and it's just like powder just goes through your house. Or it turns into the thickest, sludgiest, slimiest mud. Like you literally get taller as you walk in it. It just cakes to your feet. So having a patio is so essential to keeping your home clean. And it's going to be a messy winter. It's for sure.
How was the new driver? No, Kath, we still have the same old driver from last year. It's just the week that we received the donation from UPS last year, he took that time off because he was with his family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, we still have Zach. Our original Zach.
I do the same thing. Not sure what that person's referring to.
He's Zach Attack.
What do your children say they want to do for a career?
Oh, 40 is a cougar. That means I have to get the coat next year.
There officially.
I'm not there yet. Wow. Not till May.
What do your children say they want to do for a career when that time comes? From Milk Dud.
Honey, we just had this whole conversation yesterday.
No.
Still crickets.
Don't know.
Kira, what do you want to do when you grow up?
Make jam.
Make jam.
Kira wants to make jam.
She wants to be the Smuckers of North Idaho.
You know, and it sounds funny now, but I could totally see her like creating some jam empire.
She means it when she says it.
Yeah, she wants to make jam.
She wants to make jam.
Eli, what do you want to do when you grow up? Come over here. Put your cute little face over here.
Male model.
What do you want to be?
You want to model underwear, liberties? No.
Firefighter.
A firefighter? What?
Oh,
Blasphemy.
Boom.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
Firefighters.
that's
Firefighters
probably-
are cool
that's
too.
solid. That's
I'm not
solid.
gonna
I
hate on
like
the
it,
fire
buddy.
guys.
Good job.
Come on.
Amani,
What do you
come
got?
over here.
Using tortilla blankets.
Okay.
Workout model.
No.
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
A
Okay.
YouTuber. I like it.
And Nevaeh, the oldest of the children. What do you got? YouTuber. She
She's
says.
gonna say
Okay.
YouTuber too. So she says she's gonna start posting on her channel again. So watch for new videos coming.
No, Melissa has not learned to operate the tractor yet, Damien.
Kamani works it now.
Kamani's been up there. Yeah, Nevaeh's driven it a little bit, but you've never
Dave
driven a
wants to
tractor,
know if
have
we're
you?
getting any pigs. We have talked about it. Little piggies are so cute, but rabbits are cute too. I'm really actually struggling to process our own animals right now. It's funny because when we first started, I was so hungry to learn how to be self-sufficient in homestead. And now that we've been doing it for so long, like I'm starting to kind of lose my stomach for it. I really, really struggled with these last ones.
Hi, Kenzie.
My youngest is dancing
Don't
around
faint.
excited to be live instead of just a video. If you see this,
Probably.
hi Kenzie. Say hi to Kenzie, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
Kenzie.
Your name's almost like Kenji's name.
Oh yeah,
Almost the same.
it's cute. I think her name's probably Mackenzie.
David Mendoza just subscribed to you guys today. Binge watching your videos. They're
Oh,
pretty
hey,
awesome.
guys.
Love the house. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Bless you all from Orlando, Florida. Thanks so much and welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Hopefully YouTube doesn't dump you. Refresh our memory. Start what? Start did Zach
What
do?
did I think he means? What did Zach do?
Oh, Zach was our UPS guy. He still is our UPS guy.
Yeah.
We show him occasionally on the channel.
Yeah.
This
if,
time of year.
If you see UPS coming with a bunch of boxes, it's Zach. So
They're
yeah,
great.
last year he just worked really, really hard on the toy drive, and he's working hard again this year. So I mean, it's hundreds of packages that come in, so it really ups his route and it ups his daily workload. And he's so helpful in like carrying everything in. And then he stood up in front of everyone last year and told them about the toy drive, and then got a bunch of donations from UPS. So it was really cool that he did that.
Telly Garcia is asking what we do to prepare for the winter. There's really not all that much that needs to be done to prepare for winter around here. I mean, it snows, it gets cold. I picked everything up, anything that could be buried under the snow and become a hindrance or become an impedance. I've kind of cleaned up and gotten out of the way. I need to put markers on the driveway because I plow our driveway in the wintertime and it's kind of treacherous and dangerous in spots. So I've got some orange driveway markers that I stick in the ground before the snow falls, so I know how much space I have with the plow when I do that. But really past that, we have some of the firewood has been moved into the barn because we don't have a designated firewood shed yet.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, it's not, our winter preparation isn't too crazy. Winters are to be enjoyed. A lot of people complain about winter. I love it. I'm from Hawaii and I actually really enjoy the winters.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it now that we're in the house. It's going to be a lot more comfortable this year. Are we still doing meat rabbits? Yeah, we still do meat rabbits.
We
In fact, we just processed.
15, and we have another 15 to do.
Yeah.
But I put the really cute ones aside. Those are the other 15, and I'm really hoping to find them homes. So, you know, if anyone wants any meat rabbits, hit us up.
If not,
We ate one yesterday. Yeah, they're great. But yeah, I don't know. So the problem with the rabbits that I've been raising is I've been really picky about the way that my breeders look like. I want to try, and I want this broken chocolates and broken blacks, which is spotted. And I have bred them so beautiful and so cute that all of the babies are beautiful. Like if you just have all white rabbits with red eyes, it's like, okay, there's 40 rabbits all look the same and they like look like little demon rabbits. But these are beautiful and cute, and they're Rex, and our kids handle them a lot, so they're really friendly. And I'm like, I just stinking can't do it this time. So if y'all want any pet rabbits,
a lot of folks are still asking about the fires on the mountain. The fires are still, I want to say they're burning, but they're still burning. There's still smoke coming up off the mountain. So they're kind of more smoldering at this point. They're not really growing. And with the weather we've been getting, hopefully they die entirely very, very soon.
will we be showing the rabbits again in videos? So we plan on Obviously our channel is going to be changing a little bit, but we are still building. We still have stuff that we're building. We have a horse barn to build. We have an entire addition, apartment, garage to build.
Ugh.
We have a whole woodshed to build. We have a greenhouse to build. We still have a lot of build projects. Our property is far from being done. And we still have projects here inside the house in order for the home to be finished.
Shower.
Like we're all sharing a single shower right now. We are not done. We just wanted to move in.
Which
because
is not a sacrifice
we
at all.
promised the kids we would move in by Halloween. So we did, but we're not done.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot of that stuff, but we are trying to transition more into our actual lifestyle, which is cooking and baking and rabbits and gardening and canning and preserving food and riding horses. So our channel is going to be kind of a 50-50 split, and it's going to just be whatever we're doing. So we're not going anywhere after the house build, but things are going, there's going to be more.
I know it sounds weird to say this, but we're not a build channel. We didn't set out to be like a build
Right.
channel
It's
on
just
YouTube.
what we were doing
right.
at the time.
Do we have mice? This is a great question. Have we ever had mice in the tiny home? Wendy? Beaton.
One.
We did?
Yeah, we had one.
Oh, that's right.
It,
yeah.
It got in the junk drawer, which was literally my nightmare.
Yeah. But no, it was, we had more mice in our house back in Battleground than
Yeah.
we did in the tiny home, which is amazing.
Yeah. We had one mouse in the tiny home.
The entire time we were there.
Our cats are really, really good mousers.
Yeah.
So if a mouse even like enters the threshold of the barn, they get it right away. They present us usually a bird, a mouse, and some sort of gopher-like animal
Every
each
day.
morning.
Yeah.
And just to make sure that we see it, they put it in our chutes.
Another question. You two have some attractive children. Could there be another one in the future? That's not the plan.
Yeah.
Melissa would be all for it, but that is not in the plan.
Jeremy's no fun at all.
Most
pooper.
people watching are adults here, right? I mean, we set out originally to have 2 kids.
All
And
I'm
then
saying is
we doubled
4 is
it.
for quitters, Jeremy. 4 is for
So
quitters.
we're not planning to have any additional children. We love our children. We love where we're at. Our youngest is 7. We've moved out of that baby toddler
Love
stage.
babies so
And
much.
yeah, grandkids. Grandkids will be the next.
That's so
babies
far
around
from
here.
now. Can I just have one to buffer me in between grandkids?
Nevaeh's 16 years old. We had her
So-
at 23. That's
Okay,
a few years from
That's
now
like
for her.
7 years from now. So if I had one more baby, and then I could just smell it for the next 7
you'd
years until I have
be
grandkids.
60 years old, grandma. Like, that's perfect for you. See, the timing is
I'm not that old. I'm going to be 40
Not
in
yet.
May.
40 years old.
40 is the new 30 for having babies.
Those are lies. Those are lies. Jason Sikora with a $10 super chat. I've been watching you guys since the beginning, and you guys are the most entertaining channel I watch. I love how you guys are using your channel for good. You guys seem so real and inspiring. Well, thank you so much, Jason. Really appreciate the compliment.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's this is the best thing we do with our channel is interact with you guys, build a sense of community, and do this toy drive and fundraiser every year. It is by far
The
best part of
fundraiser
our
is my
channel.
favorite part. I think it's so cool because we used to adopt a family every single year with our kids and everything. It was just a tradition that we did. But now we get to adopt 30 families and we get to raise $30,000 for pediatric cancer. And we get to buy $10,000 worth of groceries. And it's because we are now 400,000 strong. And that is so incredible and so powerful because you guys make it possible for our platform to reach hundreds of people and actually touch their lives individually.
Yeah,
So
and I think it's a great example of people really coming together
Yeah.
for a shared common goal. It's great. We don't know the overwhelming majority of you. Like, I can't even put faces to most of your names. However, when we do this every year, the impact that it has for Acoin and all
Right.
these families is
It's huge.
massive. And the fact that our tiny little YouTube channel can do this,
Mhm.
all of us collectively, is, again, like I said, it's by far the best thing we do with
Yeah.
our year as far as doing YouTube.
and like all of us rallying
For sure.
together, like a bunch of everyone putting a little bit into the pot. Like there's so many packages that come that are a coloring book where people go on to the wish list and they buy a $5 coloring book and that's what they can do.
Which is
And
huge.
that is massive
Yep.
because all of those different coloring books and packages and stuff come in and it like the impact of it is so huge because it's so many people coming together for one cause and it's more than any one person can do alone.
Yeah, it's
And
beautiful,
so
man.
it's
great.
such a cool thing.
You guys blew us away last
love
year, and this year so far we're doing better than we did last year.
Yeah,
so
it's so
grateful to you
incredible.
guys. Thank you once again. Can't
Yeah.
thank you enough.
It's so incredible. I'm so excited
And there
to
are still people saying that they're still going on the Amazon list and buying stuff for the
Yay,
kids. So
thank you
for
guys
that
so
as
much.
well.
So our Amazon wish list is closing down November 1st. And the reason we have to do that is because we're delivering everything like the 3rd week in November. we have to drive down to Spokane. And so we have to make sure that everything trickles in. So we have to close it November 1st, and that gives us about 2 weeks for everything to trickle in, because you know how the mail can be around the holidays.
This chat keeps jumping around, driving me crazy. Let me scroll back up. Sorry, I saw
Donna
somebody.
Flanagan donated $100. Thank you, Donna.
Gilbo also donated
Gilbo.
$100. Keep up the great work. The Lee family in Houston. Thank you so much,
Thank
Lee
you.
family. Appreciate your donation. What is the deepest snow we've had here? From Donna Wood asking. Last year,
Yeah.
last
But
winter.
we've only been here 2 winters.
It depends on where you're talking. I mean, like the snow drifts were like 4 or 5 feet tall.
They buried my car. There was just like, I went outside and all the snow had come off the roof. And then there was like this much of my van showing. I was like, oh,
Well, the
crap.
deepest the snow got last year out like in the pasture or like out away from the structures was like mid-thigh on
mid-thigh.
me. It was like almost up to your hips.
Yeah. Like I was trying to take the sled out to the horses and then I sunk down and I was literally like, I'm stuck. I'm to my thighs in snow and that's
It's
it.
a lot of snow, but I like it. I don't have
It's so fun.
I grew up in Hawaii, so for me the snow is like it's really exciting. I'm like a little kid when it snows.
It's so fun. I think we only have one non-broken sled right now. So we need to buy some sleds this year. But the kids just in and out. Every day's a snow day because we're done homeschooling by lunchtime. And then they just they have these one-piece zip-up snowsuits that they put on and then they take their sleds and they just go. And it's so cool that they get to do that.
Here's a great little remark. Yoli C. Melissa, I miss you wearing your snack belt.
I miss wearing the snack belt because
we might do it
I get
again,
hungry.
but you're the exception in reviewing our videos. So you get a
Right.
bunch of like data and analytics to look at when you do YouTube, and people were checking out. We noticed with the snack belt. So
So-
we're like,
Yeah. So you can watch your chart. And then we've taken, like, we went to Vid Summit and we took it seriously where they tell you, like, look at your numbers, look at what your audience is telling you. And like, obviously integrations, there's a dip.
Yeah.
Like, we know y'all are skipping through. But then even the snack belt portion, like there was a dip. And so we're like, okay, people aren't really enjoying this. So let's just nix it. And so that's why we did it. And do I still eat snacks? I do.
Yeah.
I do still eat snacks.
we just don't show it.
But we just don't talk about it because, I mean, a lot of people liked it and they thought it was fun, but a lot of people didn't. So that's why we stopped doing it.
That's not to say it's gone forever. We might just bring it back.
Yeah,
but-
maybe we'll do it like every 10 videos.
yeah,
or
we just
something.
try not to. If there's something you guys don't like, and it's like we're not. gonna
Yeah,
show
we
it
want to
you,
make sure
so.
we're listening to our audience.
We have a safety plan for all the family to meet at a certain point in case of an emergency.
We don't actually go anywhere.
Yeah,
So, like, I
mean,
think that's super important if, like, your kids are in school or sports or they're working jobs or
Yeah.
husbands at work, wives at work. Like, you definitely need to have a meeting place for it. But we're always all together all the time. So, if anything were to happen, we'd probably already be together.
yes.
So,
Jeremy, go for an elk. You will love it. I would love to go for an
Oh,
elk at some
yeah.
point. That is definitely on my to-do list.
and they have been walking through
Yeah.
the yard.
you guys have seen a little bit of that. in the
There's
videos.
been this big bull that stands behind the horse structure. And then the other morning, there was like 16 cows and like little cow babies. I know they're not
Elk
called
and
cow
moose.
babies, but
Moose would
little
be great.
baby elk.
We have a ton of elk around here. We see them on a consistent basis, even just here on the property. But moose, we have not seen here.
Yeah, we've only seen one moose since moving here. and it
They're
was-
around, but we have people that like our neighbors that have been here for years, and even they've never seen them. So I know there's less of them than the elk, like by far, but
Yeah.
they are around.
Yeah.
They'll like walk through neighborhoods down in town. It's really weird.
Yeah, but they don't seem to be out in the rural areas. So we have the grizzly and we have the deer and we have the elk out here.
Yes.
But yeah, I haven't.
And black bear. Somebody else is asking about the bears. J Luck blog. Yeah, we do have bears here. We've never had a bear encounter, depending on how you want to categorize that, but we've seen the bears.
And we've had them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had them really close to
Yeah.
us, but I mean, we've never like come face to face
So
with
a
them.
few videos back, we had a black bear right back behind our barn, and the kids were outside watching a movie.
Watching a movie on their projector.
And the horses actually like perked up and were like, Lexan ran over. It's like,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was like ready for battle almost.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a horse would totally try to like our horses being like wild horses would totally try to like stomp at a bear, but he was just watching the movie and eating berries.
Pew pew safety is a question that's coming in from Deborah Carson with the kids. Yeah, they've had some exposure to it. The bigger kids with the bigger pew pews, they just have more experience. The little kids, not so much, just because I don't necessarily think they're there yet. But yeah, we want to put and actually build and establish a range on a certain part of our property. That's one of my kind of like dream projects.
Sorry. It says, please refresh us on the toy drive and Acorn. Lots of new people watching.
Have at it.
Okay, so I'll do a quick little rundown. So we are raising $30,000 for Acorn, which is the American Children's Cancer Organization Inland Northwest. They serve Montana, Eastern Washington, and Idaho. They have 93 pediatric cancer patients at this point in time. You're going to the potty, huh?
No, I want to go back.
Oh, geez.
Somebody's asking for it.
And he will oblige you. So we're raising $30,000 for them. And then we have adopted 30 pediatric cancer families. That means mom, dads, brothers, sisters, and the patient, of course. There he goes. And so we have our Amazon wish list up. We have it linked down in the description below. The Amazon wish list, you're out of the picture now.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Oh, never mind. The Amazon wish list is only going to be up until November 1st. So just a few more days. If you see some teenage items on there, that is our teenagers on the wish list. We want to make sure that we're not leaving them out because little kids always get bought for and then teenagers tend to get left out. So we want to make sure we're taking care of everybody. And there are two ways to donate financially to our $30,000 goal. One is PayPal. And if you give PayPal, make sure you give friends and family. Our PayPal is also linked in the description below. I'm just kind of refreshing here. Like David Montgomery just gave $200.
Thank you,
through
David.
PayPal. Thank you, David.
$200.
Yeah.
You guys are unbelievable this year.
Amazing. So we have raised a little over $23,000 towards our $30,000 goal. You can also mail checks to our PO box and make your check out to Acoin, which is ACCOIN. I also have all the information in the video description. If we reach $30,000, we are going live in 2 weeks. And Kaimani, I think 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And Kaimani and Jeremy will be shaving their heads on that live stream. And then we are going to be making an additional video after we drop all the toys off, which is going to be a really fun video. But we're going to be making an additional video where we're going to be going out into the local community and buying $10,000 worth of groceries for random people for the holiday season because grocery prices suck right now. They just do. Inflation is horrible. And the holidays are hard when you have to, put on this whole holiday meal, especially for people on fixed incomes or people that have lost their jobs or, single parents. So we want to make sure that we're just surprising people at the register. We're giving $5,000 towards that. And then Safeway Albertsons caught on to it since we're filming it in their store. And they said, we want a part of this. We want to match your donation. So they are donating $5,000 as well. So there is a lot going on in the month of November for just giving and paying it forward and thanking you guys for being such wonderful support. So it's such a blessing to use our platform in that way. And we love getting to know you guys. You guys make this happen. And you're such a blessing to all of these families.
Amen. Good
you
recap.
Look ridiculous.
You don't mean that.
But you feel tremendous.
Everybody else seems to disagree with you. Coat is awesome. Yada, yada, coat. Big pimpin'.
The only game meat I enjoy is elk. See, Charlie, I'm with you because I have tried venison several times, different ways. I just can't get behind it. Bear's a little greasy for me. I do like moose, but if Jeremy could get an elk, that would be pretty incredible.
It's on my to-do list.
You gonna wear that coat?
How much did the jacket cost? More than I was willing to spend myself. And again, I am so incredibly grateful. This is the most, no offense, but this is probably the best gift I have ever received.
I've given you gifts.
Not stuff like this though.
No, I've never gotten a gift like that. Actually, the person who bought Jeremy the coat contacted me right after that video came out and was like, I got to get him that coat. And I was like, no way, you're not. One, he's going to look ridiculous.
It was
Two,
pricey.
No, like just absolutely no. And then he's like, I'm buying Jeremy the coat. I was like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah, I am. Because I was a dad and I know that dads are responsible and they never buy themselves something like that. And I know that, he could buy it, but he's not going to because and so he's like, I'm buying it for him. I'm like, I'm not helping you. And he's like, if you don't help me, like, I'm just going to seek it out and I'm going to buy it anyway. Like he was super stubborn about it. He was just like team Jeremy all the way. So here Jeremy sits.
It was so kind and so unexpected. Never.
Lovely says, put it away with a laughy face.
Never thought that it's a lot of things, like a lot of crazy things happen with doing YouTube, and for somebody to like take the initiative, because it took work to like contact you, track down information,
and fight me for like 3 weeks,
and then to make the purchase, it was like mind blowing because, like I said, it was this was not a cheap coat. It was not, and I would never ever have purchased it.
You say that as you're wearing it.
Well, I wouldn't have purchased it for myself. It was just it's and in his message to go along with it, I remain incredibly grateful. I sent him a private email to thank him. just blown away.
He still can't believe it. Like, so it's so funny because I was filming as we were getting to the store because I was like, please mention the coat. And so he's like, I wonder if the coat's still there. And it seemed so set up, but it wasn't. It was so genuine.
It was not. I had no idea.
He was really hopeful that it was still there just so he could try it on again. And
I was gonna have fun with it again.
yeah, he was just, and then like that reaction where he saw like the wait, what? Like it was so real and so raw. And I was so glad that we were able to capture it. Like they had pulled it out of the store because it was purchased like back in August, and then we didn't make it back to the store because we're like 5 hours round trip from that store.
Yeah.
Like it's a long drive to get there, and so we hadn't made it back, and then so they pulled it, and so I'm like, we're showing up today, like put the code out, put like a tag on it so he sees it, and they were like, so everyone in the store was in on it. It was
so
awesome.
fun. It was great.
It was so cool.
Yeah, lots of Tatanka. Put it away. I need a trapper hat. Yeah, we had a $100 super chat from Petra Schneider saying for the drive. God bless y'all. God bless. Thank you so much for your generosity. Really appreciate it.
Okay, we have Kathleen Brown donated $50. There is a message. Let me read it. I love what you guys are doing for Acoin. Well, thank you. And we love what you are doing for Acoin, Kathleen.
You're doing it. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Yeah, it's you guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not us. Like, we're just kind of the vessel that packages it up and gets it there, but it's you guys that are adopting the 30 families. And then Polly Vaughn donated $100. Thank you, Polly.
Thank you so much. We got $5 super chat from Diane Cook saying for the Head Shave Fund, when you start the patio, I live in Washington, about 45 minutes from Battleground. Oh, cool. Like Kelso area, maybe. Anyway, love the show. Very cool. Thank you so much.
So we are already up to $24,000.
$24,000
out of our $30,000 goal. Like, I think we're gonna reach it. I was very like, we should not do that goal. That's way too high.
We wanted to bump it up this year, but we weren't sure about how it was going to go. So you guys, again, are coming through.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you guys so much. And it really does go. So Acoin, like I kind of want to just describe what Acoin does. So Acoin is an organization outside of the hospital. And what they do is they support the families and the patients. So when a patient is diagnosed with cancer, they're there. They're the first face you see when you're sitting in that room and it's the worst day of your life. They're who walks in. And they always have like a welcome bag. And in the bag is, so we had like a bunch of Kindles on the list, which all got purchased up. You get a Kindle and like headphones and loveys and blankets and activities and a lot of information packets about what they can expect during their treatment and everything. And it's just like, we're here for you. These are our phone numbers. And it's just a package for the kids to make them feel not scared, or it's just a little bit of joy for that day, just to let people know like we're here and we see you and
their support.
And then they're there Christmas Day, middle of the night, doesn't matter. They're there to hold the mom's hands or the dad's hands or just be there for the patients. Like if the parents have to work, they can be there for the kids. And they just make sure that no one's alone and that they're supported all the time. So they're an extremely important organization. Anyone that's been through pediatric cancer that was blessed by Acoin said they were just tremendous, that they got them through the process. No matter how it turned out, Acoin was there for them, and like they couldn't have done it without them, because the people that volunteer for Acoin are parents of pediatric cancer survivors or those that have lost their battle, or people that have gone through it themselves. I mean, we met a man that volunteers there that went through pediatric cancer himself when he was a child. Mm-hmm. And so he understands, like, these volunteers aren't just volunteers. They understand, they've been there, right? Because we can never understand. We've never been there. It is our worst nightmare, but we've never been there. And so like one mom said, people were calling us and asking us, what can we do? And she said, like, the truth was, I didn't know. There was nothing that anyone could do. And Acoin understood that we knew that we didn't know what to do. And they were just there. And so it's such an amazing, beautiful organization. And I know that it's hard to get the word out, and it's hard to get funding for these people to be able to be there and to have wonderful gifts and blankets and support and stuff for these families. And so we want to make sure that we give them enough money to get them through the year so that they have what they need, whether it's they give out a lot of gift cards, like pizza gift cards and stuff. If a family's there and it's 8:00 at night and they're just leaving the hospital, they're like, here's $25 Pizza Hut gift card. Go get dinner for the family so you don't have to worry about scattering and cooking. Or if a mom's been there all night and it's 7:00 in the morning, she's been up all night with a child that's been sick or vomiting or something, it's like, here's a Starbucks gift card. Go get yourself a real cup of coffee. And so that's what Acoin does. And I think it's I heard about them 2 years ago, and I think it's so beautiful, and like I'm so blessed to just be able to support them.
Amen.
That was my rant.
Great recap.
Slight
We are almost
recap.
at the 90-minute mark, so we're gonna try to bang some stuff out here. It's okay if we go a little over. We have another super chat from Donna Flanagan, channel member, 15 Australian dollars. Thanks so much, Donna. Saying, Melissa and Jeremy, you do know that you have created a crazy good beast with this charity drive.
That's awesome. Yeah,
again, it's you guys who are doing this,
it's all you guys, and
we are grateful to
Yeah.
each and every one of you, regardless of whether or not or how much, or we appreciate you being here.
yes.
Inflation is horrible, getting worse every day. Yeah, it sure is. Somebody was asking about if we have received. I sent Ever So Innocent. I sent the guitar and a couple other things. Did we
Yes.
get the guitar?
Yes, we did get the guitar.
And-
So that's
Go ahead,
something
touch
else I
upon
want
that
to talk
too,
about.
yeah.
Okay, I've been getting a lot of messages and a lot of people that are really panicking because emails are being sent out from Amazon saying your package could not be delivered. The reason that everybody is getting that message is because the post office is getting such a massive amount of packages that when they come in for us, they hold them, and then that automatic email goes out saying your package cannot be delivered. It's only because they wait for me to pick them up, and then they will be scanned delivered. So I pick up twice a week because it's an hour round trip drive to the post office. So I go and pick up twice a week. So in the meantime, it's going to say your package can't be delivered. Something's wrong, ran into an issue. There are no issues. The post office is just holding them. They have these big baskets that literally have our name on them.
We've
And
been,
they
we've
call
been
us.
making trips to pick them up. Like
Yeah.
2-3
So
times a
that's
week.
why you're getting those emails. It's just because they can't be delivered to our house the day that they were supposed to be delivered because they're holding them.
Oh, Jason Momoa.
Ooh, you love that, don't you?
Mini Momoa.
Okay. I have some here to catch up on. David Montgomery. I don't remember if I already read that one or not. Donated $200. Thank you so much, David. Kathleen Brown donated $50.
I see it, Paula. We're going to go a little
Colleen
over.
Vaughn donated $100. Curtis Crabtree donated $75. Thanks for being awesome. Randall Akers donated $50. Nice coat. Linda Yamakito donated $25. God bless you all. God bless you, Linda. Thank you guys. This is incredible.
Thank you guys. You guys rock. This has been
I think by the
amazing
time
so
this live's
far.
over,
I think
we're going to
hit
be
no
like
problem.
5,000 behind.
Agreed.
the-
Mr. Gibbs 865 with a $100 super chat saying, "Okay, I'm on board. You guys are terrific."
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Gibbs.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's really incredible. This is literally my favorite thing. And I get sad. Like in the summer, I was like, I'm like itching to do a fundraiser. Like I totally wanted to do a summer one.
$50 super chat from David Oswald. Name I recognize. Thank you so much for your super chat. We
Who's doing
appreciate
school
it.
right now? I just got a notification saying
You're doing
that
school
your
now? Are you trying to get
assignment
ahead?
was below the threshold.
Okay.
Does that mean she
Nevaeh's
failed?
over there doing schoolwork, and I just get an email going, assignment below
Okay,
the
let me
threshold.
keep banging these out. James Wilson, how's it going? Hello. First level member, 11 months. How's it going? Jason Sikora with a $20 super chat saying, I have kids and this whole thing is inspiring to show them your
Aw.
videos.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you so much, Jason. And hello to your kiddos.
Yeah.
Let's see. Glad everything. Good night. Good night, PJK. I love the code. Whoa.
Are there any last minute?
Okay.
Yeah. Paula just put
I'm
up
caught
the so Paula just put up the Amazon wish list. Definitely go check that out. It's only going to be up till November 1st, and then we have to pull it so that all the items are able to come in. And then down in the video description, in the live description, is information on how to continue giving, whether you want to write a check or you want to give through PayPal or you want to shop the wish list. Paula is putting all that information up. Thank you, Paula. You are
Thank you, Paula.
amazing and awesome. And I have a box for you, which is why I have not sent you your mug yet.
And we are at over 90 minutes now. So we're going to start winding this down. If you have any last minute questions, go ahead and squeeze those
Yeah,
in. But we do want to
let's-
thank
let's-
Paula. We want to thank
yes.
everybody who has donated. We want to thank all of you for being here in the middle of the week. We've had over 5,000 people for the majority of the chat. That's huge. Greatly appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Grateful to all of you. And anything else we need to wrap up? You did great with the recaps.
So there's not much left on the Amazon wish list. Thank you, guys.
Oh.
That's incredible. I like hearing that. So I'm going to go on there probably tonight and add a bunch of more stuff because their toy closet, they have this closet, which when we saw it was really sad. Like
Very.
there was like, it sucked. If you
You
were a
guys
kid
blew
and you
them out of
walked
the
in there,
water.
you'd be like, I don't want anything out of
Yeah.
here. So we want to stock their toy closet. So if everything for the adoptive families has been purchased, I'm going to add a bunch of activities for the toy closet. Toy closet is when kids go in for oncology visits, or if they're having an injection or something, or they're staying the night, they get to go in the toy closet and pick whatever they want. It's like go shopping in the toy closet. And I think that's really cool. So I'm probably going to go in right now and add a bunch more stuff. And that's all going to be for the toy closet because we want to make sure they're taken care of all year long. So
Yeah.
so those kids are taken care
Very cool. So the next time we do this, which will be in 2 or 3 weeks,
Yep.
we'll do the head shavings.
of.
And then this has been great. First live from inside of the house. Thank you
Yeah,
guys so much
we'll
for
show
being
you
here.
more on Saturday.
Internet has held up great. We will change up the background the next time we do this. It's just, again, Melissa didn't want to reveal too much. So thankful to all of you. Thank you so much. You guys want to hop in here to say goodbye?
Yeah, and we'll see you guys Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific time for the video.
Next video.
Yeah.
Be there, be square. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Oh wait, where's Eli? He's like, wait, no.
We love you.
No.
We appreciate you. You guys ready to say bye-bye?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to do it.
You gotta hit end stream.
And stream.
Bye.